Welcome back. It's part two of the epic YouTube series about Spark's Pretender Gods in Dominion 6. We have with us Stoichin today.
Hello.
Welcome. And today will be the water edition, if we can get through. But first, we have to issue some corrections. Is that correct? On
Yeah,
the
I
last
just
video.
wanted to say, um, hello. I like playing Dominions. I've played for a long time. Not done any content, but I'm excited to be here and talk about some of these
Wow.
really cool pretenders.
Wow, folks. Wow, there you have it.
There you have it. I just wanted to touch base on this guy. I think you underrated a lot, which is the Norai, which is the
Hold on, we'll get him.
East
Uh,
Asian pantheon. He's the Buddha in the orange robe.
oh, you need the share screen too here. We'll just keep this rolling as I turn on
So,
share screen.
essentially, for this guy, you said he probably wasn't very good. Um, he isn't. You can take him imprisoned, so you can have really good scales. He gives you luck 4, and then he spawns these guys called Gogans each month. If you were at max, he gives up to 40% chance at each forted temple. So you have a 40% chance if you were to get up to 5 candles, which you can certainly do on an imprisoned guy pretty easily. A 40% chance to spawn every turn at each capital or each forted temple a mage that is a either an astral 2 earth 1 or an earth 2 astral 1 that has no upkeep. Is researches for 14, or they were in my probably about 12 before scales, and also is a bringer of luck 5, and you can spawn multiple of these guys per
Kenny,
temple as well.
Sturgeon, sorry.
Anyways,
Can you point to the screen on the watch screen where the man touched you? Point to the doll.
it is the second one. The
This one.
second one in domain 3.
Ah, this one.
That one.
Right here. Okay,
This
okay.
guy. So you take luck 4 and you take like 8 or 9 candles, and you're got a 35% to 40% chance to spawn one of these honestly quite sick mages that is also a bringer of luck 5 every turn in all your forts.
What's the
Uh,
overall number then? What's the number? Boil it down for us.
I think he's at least a 4. He's not going to help you
Okay.
expand. Like, he wouldn't be good for, say, EATC, which really wants an expander. But if you have a nation that can expand on its own and wants an end game, this guy's going to drop a shitload of meteors on everyone. He's going to give you
Mm.
gift from the skies communions for free, as well as insanely good research for free,
Glamour
as
too.
well as like a Firebird economy similar to Bogarus, because you're going to be spawning all of these bringers of fortune in all of your forts.
Okay. Second
So I think
correction.
he's quite strong. Um, the other one I wanted to comment on that I think was good was this at the bottom, the Master. He's a Dominion 1, the first one in line in the blue.
Mm. The master.
Master makes this book called a Yi Zhang. He makes, a couple of them a year, probably 2 your first year, maybe 3 the next year. Uh, this book lets you cast an AoE 20 luck spell, cast Battle Fortune, as a for free, and you can put it on whatever commander you want. So basically, this means that your first expansion party is everyone's going to have luck on them, and any of your big armies that are fighting battles, everyone's going to have luck on them, and that is uh, quite strong. I think it's also an item, so you could give it to other people or sell it if you wanted.
Plus he's got the fly whisk. Yaktail.
Plus, he makes Celestial Masters H3, and boy, TC wants some H3s. Anyways, today we're going to talk
Let's see.
about Water
Confirming.
Nations, I hear.
Yeah, these guys all get to be Holy Three or something, right? Maybe.
No, it's the Celestial Master. It's the.
All right, all
Anyways,
right. We're going to
let's
the
move
oceans
on.
today. The early ages to lead off. Any preference?
Let's do Atlantis. They're pretty generic.
Okay. So starting off, we have the Dark Crystal. reduced for this nation. Uh, I don't know. You get strange lights.
It lets you make one of your commanders into a pretty big caster, which is okay, I guess. It can teleport around and cast Master and Slave versus 25% of enemies. Hmm.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem
At
great. It's
least it
not very
inspires
cheap.
your researchers, which is nice. It's a little cheap.
Inspire research too. Yeah, I mean it's kind of generic. It's like a monolith. Protection 28. I mean it is a monolith.
It also doesn't attack with enslaved mind too, so it's probably kind of good if you get teleport really fast.
Yeah, you could definitely drop it on people, and they're not going to do too much about that. And again, it makes one of your basalt kings quite gives them a
Plus, as
couple more
soon as it's
paths.
up, you research, Farcaster, blah blah. It's probably
Yeah.
pretty good. I bet you these attacks do a pretty nice chance of enslaving things, which is super good.
Yeah,
3 at worst, right?
I'd say it's probably a three.
At
Like
worst,
it,
at worst. Maybe a
it's.
4 if you come up with some sick strat to do. The magic
Yeah,
res is nice.
I think the best thing you can do with it is
Look at this fucking magic res.
drop it on a
And anything.
on enemy provinces, teleport it onto people.
All right,
Um,
we'll say 3. We'll start off conservative here. The monolith classic. I think I've done this already. Maybe. Um, no, not yet. Not in the Asian video.
so the cool thing about this, I think, is that when constructing a temple in a province that already contains a lab, you get a mini monolith, which is a
We see
E1,
this.
S1, N1. These guys can cast Mind Hunt.
Okay.
So, because they have Natural Ritualist 3, right? So they're all going to be Mind Hunters, and they're all going to be, yeah, Mind Hunters. That's pretty much it. You're only going to have one in each, so they're not going to be very useful in combat, but
I
um,
mean,
that seems kind of cool. You could get a free Mind Hunter every time you
this is so
temple up
anecdotal,
to your
but I feel
fort.
like I see Mind Hunt fail on me more than I see it succeed on the enemy that I want to kill.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a useful tool if you play it right. It's not overpowered by any means.
So is this worth enough here? Cast rituals if paths were 3 higher. I mean, that's pretty good in a
Fine.
sense, right?
You can do Earthblood Deep Well. You can
Stellar
do
Focus,
Stellar Focus,
Mother Oak,
Mother
ASAP.
Oak. You can do the big nature ones and the big astral ones late game. Yeah.
This is almost like you want to have different paths than the 3 paths here.
Uh, I mean, these are all good global paths.
I say 2. I don't like it much. I don't think it's good.
I think it's okay. It still does the monolith thing as well
You give it
when you
3?
drop it on people. I mean, it's two and a half. I think
Alright.
it's about as good as Dark Crystal.
I don't know. I think this enslaved mind is better. But moving
Okay.
on.
All right.
The
Let's
Great
move.
Wise Whale only goes underwater here, which kind of sucks.
Blessing. Blessing gains plus 10 HP.
Born at the dawn of time, also. That's sick.
Swims in the primordial depths. I mean, it's obviously good underwater, and it could expand for you. It costs 240. It's expensive. Plus 10,
240.
plus 10 HP when awakens. That could be good on like doing turbo communions, or it could be good like Atlantis doesn't need that. I don't think their
But money,
Coral Guard already have 25 hit points.
tax, unrest, money. How good is
10%.
it? 3
10%.
paths. Has the grab and swallow.
I have not been tempted to take this
It tramples too. I mean, it probably wins the underwater battle for you, right? The knife fight.
with Swallow.
I kind of hate the blessing for a lot of underwater. You're right there, but like it's a good blessing. Maybe I could see it being taken.
It's certainly a strong blessing. I just don't know that it is great on any of the nations that hang out underwater.
Mm,
Like it would, it would be really good on Yis, but like
probably not an
Relay,
option.
Atlantis, Pelagia. Does Pelagia care about this? I mean, not really. They're sacreds.
You do
It might
get
be good on
the
some of their
inspiring
sacred
researcher. It
mages.
doesn't eat your population. That's good. I don't know. Uh, yeah, maybe a 2 out of 5. But I feel like it could win you the underwater war.
I feel like there's got to be something you can do with that plus 10 HP blast. That is like
It's more of a 3, right? Like it could be useful. The money.
it's got to be useful. If you look at total costs, plus 1 HP is cost 2 bless points in your bless, right?
It's too much math for me. But yeah, go
Anyways, it's
off.
a lot of free bless points if what you wanted was HP. I'm not sure that anyone takes a lot of HP though in blesses.
All right, next up we got the Spirit of Sargassum. LJ men, they suck. Catch a ship, never tried it. It's probably good when it happens. Probably pretty rare.
I don't think there's any way to judge this because we don't know how often it'll catch things or what that actually gives. So maybe it's really strong,
You get three
but
nature gems a turn.
um,
Don't wuss out of the judging here. You get kelp forts, apparently.
yeah, I mean it makes free forts. That's good. It makes nature. It gives you a shitload of nature gems. You could definitely cast Mother Oak if you can get on land.
Hot take, 1 out of 5.
Maybe
Too
two.
much economics.
Makes you a lot of nature gems, right? All your forts get a one nature gem site. He makes three nature gems. Makes free forts.
Too slow. It's going to be too slow for you. You're going to get a beatdown from the fucking giant whale. Where is he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair enough.
the fucking great wise whale is going to beat your ass down. Bye. And he's still
Maybe
going to have
take
economic bonuses here.
it with like Pelagia, where you might be able to win the underwater on your own.
Maybe. I say 1. We got a 2
I
from
give it a
Kenny.
two.
Next up, an enemy. Ancient.
Gives you a starting researcher.
Yeah, that's sick actually. Or expander. Maybe.
Fire two, water two,
You get more.
all one. They're little mages, is what they are. They're like similar to the little. Yeah, they're little size 3 mages though, is what they are. They're not expanders. They make you get more researchers, so it makes free mages and it makes you poison resistance. Okay.
Hmm.
Water fire crosspath is decent.
I don't really love it
Two,
actually.
one. I don't think it does enough. It's immobile, right? Oh no, it has camera. No, it's immobile.
You can teleport it. It's not unteleportable. I don't
I
know.
give it a one. It might be a two.
Seems
Making
awkward.
three commanders. If do they have upkeep? That would make a
Like,
difference.
why
But
do
you're
you
not
need
going to make
poison
that many of
res?
them.
Why do you need these guys?
I don't need. Well, I mean, I like poison res,
I don't know.
but I don't choose anything for it usually. 5 is usually enough, and it doesn't cost very much.
I think 1 to me.
I think I probably give it a one. Although that free research is nice. All right,
Next up, the Living Reef. Oof. Epic.
gives you a starting army.
Epic small sharks, by the way.
That's that's quite good.
Every battle.
Every time you teleport it, gives you
It might not
50
be
bonus
immobile. It might
resources.
not be immobile. I think it moves, maybe.
Map move 0.
Oh, yeah. Rough. Oof. It's done.
You could put a magic carpet on it, fly it around.
It has a resource bonus, 50. I already like this so much better.
So the temple forts underwater gain coral brackets, barracks.
Brackets? Yeah, barracks, bro. Get right, come on.
Um, all
I
right.
thought I was drinking here.
So it lets you recruit anywhere sacreds,
Yeah.
which are the Reef Guard, Coral Guard.
And?
These are similar to Atlantis's
Okay.
sacreds. They're shamblers with armor and a weapon.
Okay.
Recruit anywhere, shamblers, armor, and a weapon. It's fine. It's good. Uh, I don't know if are monster fish good. I think probably
They're
not
good
great.
enough. They're good enough.
For free, they're certainly good.
And also, bonus. Well, only MA Atlantis. Why? Sad. Very sad tag here. My personal opinion, this sucks. The the mod is already so specific. Just put it on or take it off. Hot take.
Sure.
I don't want to see
I
this
would say
bullshit.
that this turns you into like Marignon, right? Plus 100 resources also gives you water and nature gems spawners at every temple fort.
The starting armor probably helps you kick ass underwater if you have an opponent.
I would say that this is at least a 3. I would give this a shot. Um,
What
I
would
mean,
you
a
put for
starting
the
army is
paths?
for the bless.
I mean, in general, lots of options.
Reef Guard and Coral Guard. Can we see what those do?
Nah, we're quick and dirty here. Quick and dirty. We're not looking at that
Um,
shit. Sorry
I mean, you could
to
you
our
could just give
viewers,
them
all
quickness.
39 of
If
you.
you want, if you wanted to do something dumb, you could just give them quickness,
Quickness
and they
regen.
would be
There we go. Okay,
regen 24 hit
I
points,
say four
maybe.
out of five. I think it's probably great having this army,
Yeah,
and you get
you're gonna be
more
big,
army.
and that plus 100 resources at every fort lets you build a lot of these guys.
Yeah. Plus, don't
Uh,
these make gems too? The coral barracks here,
yeah, you can
water,
make a lot
nature.
of water in
Yeah,
nature. It's
at
pretty
least
good.
4 out of 5. Probably not a 5 out of 5. All right, next up, the Sea Star. Boom. Epic.
Mobile innate caster. You too can have this guy that's as good as a Royal Milkweed.
Well, siege bonus.
One,
100.
one
Siege
out of
bonus
five.
100. 1 out of 5. Oof. The poison barbs don't convince you. Innate
Why would I take
caster.
this over anything else?
Unsurroundable 5. But you have to have the fish amulet or whatever to get it on ground. Sad. Not even magic weapons, actually. Funny enough. Um, but what about as a disciple?
Can't be a disciple at size 4.
Yeah.
Or the 4 Dominion.
Um,
I got nothing on
I'm
this.
trying to think of anything that doesn't make me agree with you for 1 on 5. I think that's what it's got to be. 1 out of 5. Sad. Looks cool. Sounds cool. You could probably
Abyssal
kill. You
Carcass.
could probably kill. Should it be a 2 out of 5? Because you could probably kill someone with it, right? You get it on their cap really fast, and they don't have the counter because you rushed uh, Amulet of Fish, right?
Even if you were fighting underwater, by the time. Are you going to take it awake and just walk it at them?
Yeah, walk it at him.
Okay.
Body
So you,
Ethereal.
you get it on them by what? Like turn 10 or something?
Yeah,
Body Ethereal, regen,
Temper Flash, Sin,
enlarge?
etc. Yeah, regen. It's
I
got the
mean,
fucking
Temper Flesh
nature.
is alt 4, Body Ethereal. I mean, you go up alt, I guess. And like alt 3,
It's probably
enchantment
one out of
3.
five, honestly.
I don't know, man. The innate caster is the selling point, and what are you even going to do with that? Nothing until
A lot of
pretty
web.
late.
A lot of web. Okay. A lot of web, and moving on to the Abyssal Carcass, quite cheap at 190 points, although
Oh,
more
Death 4,
expensive than the Sea
nice.
Star. It has Fear 10, spreads death. Sad.
Life Drain. It has an attack called Buff.
Mm. You get free Solus. You can get sometimes something. Not very good, I think.
Leviathans are fine.
Low chance. Soul Vortex. Soul Vortex, rather. I don't
I
know.
think this guy would be good as an expander.
I guess he beats someone else underwater, probably with the fear and all.
Fear and Soul
And Soul
Vortex,
Vortex.
maybe.
Yeah.
Death Mage 4 seems good. He's
Isn't
got
it
Reanimator.
isn't
He
it the
makes
worst version
things.
of the whale?
It looks cooler.
It looks cooler. Isn't it the worst version though? Well, more expansion power with Soul Vortex.
Makes Leviathans. Leviathans can crawl up on land. They're like big trampler turtles that are undead.
The soulless part is like insulting. It makes me
Soulless are
want to
so
rank this
bad.
down here. It's like, oh yeah, let me get some soulless.
They're particularly great underwater.
I don't know.
Mm. With Death 4, you could take a really big. You could take like Fear.
It's probably a decent chassis. I guess it's a 3 for me.
It would be. I mean, it only takes 4 points to get up to. You could make. You could get Fear if you wanted. That'd be about what it's for.
Well, Fear needs a nerf as well. I don't know.
All right.
3 for me. Your ranking, sir?
I'd say it's a 2. Like you might be able to do something with it, but I don't think it's
Oh,
that
after
good.
you talked it up so much? Dude. Alright, how about the Mother of Pearls, 190? Air breathing
Well,
and water breathing. Wow.
it has Pearl Cultivator 10, so it can make you into a wish farm, I guess. If that's a thing that ever comes up in your games. I have yet to ever have that actually happen. Maybe I'm just not trying hard enough.
Supply bonus. We love to see it. Uh,
Summons mages. All right, so here's the interesting thing about this, right? Provinces containing a pearl site will generate 1d3 additional astral pearls. It makes a pearl site when it goes to a province.
sure.
So if you teleport it around, it'll make these sites that make 2 to 4 pearls per province. That could be a lot of gems.
Are you the only underwater player in the game?
You better be if you're taking this.
That's worth a 2 out of 5 at least, though, right?
I mean, it's a thing. You could make a lot of pearls if you think you can easily survive and but it's not going to be doing much work for you. It's just going to be giving you a
I
lot of
I
pearls
really hate it.
eventually.
I hate this so much. I hate this
It
so
would take a
much.
long time to get going too, right? Because
Yeah.
you'd have to get teleport, and then you'd have to actually teleport it, and then build a lab, and then teleport it and build a lab.
You know the worst
I don't
part?
think
The
so.
+2 MR here on this item is kind of tempting. Because that's pretty nice to get for free. But I gotta say no. Maybe a 1 out of 5 for me, honestly.
I'd give it a 2.
I think you
I
die
mean,
to anyone else in the water, right?
it's not going to help you fight underwater.
Alright, moving on. Moving on. We've seen this one before.
Mm-hmm. I've seen
Stojin,
all three of those.
care to give your thoughts? I think I gave my thoughts already.
Lets you get quickness. That's about it. It makes W1 sites on coastal temples. I mean, okay. It lets you get a cheap quickness plus. The egg seems like it could be cool, but I don't know. Because it comes a random thing. Who knows what you're gonna get?
Care
None
to
of them are
rank
that
it
great.
on average?
Oh, that guy. 3. I give it a 3. You could take it
3.
awake for a quickness plus, and it would be okay.
You just love
2.
quickness.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay, okay. Also ranked this, but feel free to give your 30-second. I'm counting down from now. Go ahead.
I I don't know why you would take it. I would go with a 1.
Capital population? Nothing? Population 25 per candle each month?
I mean, it's going to give you an extra. Right, 25. It's going to give you what, like an extra 50 gold a turn
Okay.
with that cap population. I'd give it a 1, I think. I don't think it's good enough.
Spirit of the Well. I believe I praised this before.
Uh, Bottles of living water could be quite good. They got an assassination.
I think you want this one on the ground. I want to take it someday, for sure. Someday, rather.
Makes a lot of gems.
Someday is when Taylor Swift comes to hang out with you.
It makes these enchanted wells. I think that's probably pretty good. I give it a 3.
Alright. Moving on.
What did you think about that one?
I think I said four. I think I said four just from. I just think these bottles of living water spawn, and these elementals are gonna kick ass, basically.
Do some good work for you. Okay.
I think you just spam temples, right?
It's a shame that it only gives you 1 per temple of
It's fine.
the
I'll take it.
elementals.
Size 9. It's a pretty big water elemental there.
It is a pretty big water elemental.
Next up, we have the Titan of the Sea, who
Cath's earthquake.
uncharacteristically shakes the ground, not the sea.
Uh, I mean, let's see. Starting item 3. So he can make you go on land or underwater. He makes hippocampuses. Those are not very good. He makes undying commanders, which are like bad researchers. And he casts earthquake. He could certainly expand on his own. It comes with the wave breaker, and he casts earthquake. I don't know. 1
Rough.
cost 230. I don't know. It just doesn't seem worth it. I mean, he's a
Sieges.
pretty basic Titan. Am I missing something? Siege bonus 100. It's good, I guess.
Mm, no, it seems rough. It seems rough.
Water 3. Again, you could give him an awake quickness bless. If he was quick with his wave breaker, I mean, he's gonna do work with that.
Plus water breath, don't forget.
He
Mm.
definitely could be an awake expander, but I'm not
Small
sure.
area stun. Okay. Put him on fire. No, I don't really see it either, honestly.
Protection 4, he would really like a shirt. My
Probably a
friend,
hat too.
you need a shirt.
Yeah. Could be a two, I feel like. I would say two. He does do a lot of random shit here. Can't be useless. I say two.
None of those things are good though.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Hippocampuses and the Undead Commanders are both
Discount
bad.
here for Pelagia on the Terror
The
of the
start,
Deep.
oh, Terror of the Deep.
Great description. Mm.
Yeah, it eats thrones. I mean, that's awesome. 5 out of 5 just because of that.
You're usually gonna only be able to eat your own thrones, though. Unless you make it teleport and do Soul Vortex. And it can do quickness already once you research it, so.
It has the swallow. I mean, it's a big boy, and it eats thrones. It seems kind of awesome. You could make it eat other people's thrones, or at least try to. This is what I
Could
want
try
out
to.
of
You could
the
try to.
mod, right? Something interesting that's different. And I got that eats thrones is really cool. It has what, fear 5.
You
Okay,
better give him Astral 3, though, for sure. Or, I guess, Stygian Paths. Rush it.
he's a corpse eater, so he'll build up some HP.
Yeah, nice. That's good.
Not a
Not
ton,
much.
but some.
Not much, though. I still
Whilst at a
think it's
throne
probably kind of a
produces
3 out of 5 if we're being honest and not fanboys.
so whilst at a throne produces 3 to 6 gems of each type until the throne is consumed. So, well, how many types of gems are there?
More than before.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine? 9 types of gems. So he makes 27d6 gems.
I think he's only underwater. So, what's your underwater strategy here? Get him ready to
Uh,
teleport and then, like,
give him an item that lets him go above water.
hmm. He can. We got an amphibian here.
And you could just put him on somebody else's throne, even if they kill him the turn out, like in 1 or 2 turns. That would
Sure.
be a lot of gems, right? Your average roll's three
Maybe
and a
I'll bump
half.
him to a 4. Probably not a 5, though.
27d6. You're going to be averaging like 100 gems. Is that actually? Is it of each type? It says that.
Mm.
100 gems a turn.
Might want to test that one out before you roll it out.
I would give it at least a 3.
All
I
right.
think it can expand, although
Controversial.
I don't know that you'd want to. But
Controversial, but we concur with the 3 or more. Next, the Dagon. These are sacred, but they're really crappy.
kinetic deep ones turns your provinces into deep ones.
Hmm.
So it eventually makes your provinces make extra tax and have a temple. So that's good.
Seems like a 3. It's strong. Love the regen. Goes on land. Fear.
If
This
you
is
are the only
fine.
underwater player, you will eventually make all your underwater provinces generate double income.
Yeah.
That could be good. Seems a little slow to develop, though. I don't know. I'd probably give it a 2. I don't think I would take it, but I guess it's regenerating at baseline.
Cannot forge artifacts. Kind of sad. Bit of a depressing tagline on the end there. For no reason, really.
I think his flavor text is that he likes to eat items.
Yeah. He loves to eat them. Um, not great, probably. Not great. But if you swallow the whale, which you can't do, they're too big. If you swallow your underwater enemy, could be okay.
Yeah. A lot of grab and swallow underwater.
Drakiana. Drakiana.
This one seems cool.
Hmm.
So it casts Doom and has a bunch of paths. So it does or a bunch of free gems in battle.
Yep.
That seems fun. That seems pretty good. It has a bunch of attacks that are magic. It has regenerating, so it can certainly expand.
Poison Cloud, I believe. Oh yeah. We got Poison Cloud 10 up in the house.
It has all the equipment slots except feet. Seems fine. What I really like though and think is interesting is that it increases your it has like death, turmoil, misfortune. So if you want to take a Hellbless, stack pile these on, and then in your dominion,
Yeah.
those will slightly go away.
I would have to test this so hard. This final line.
I mean, if you had like 8 candles, does that mean 80% chance for each one to go towards 0?
Exactly.
In which
No,
case
she
they would
could be
mostly just.
actually unbeatable as a. Can she be a pretender for. Yeah. For a Disciples game?
I do you think that last tagline would apply to your disciples? I would assume it does not.
I don't know.
I don't know
That
though
could be
either.
crazy, though.
But with her, I would just want to take her and then push my Dominion into everyone else and take a insane Hellbless and like 10 candles.
Yeah.
Make everyone else have my terrible scales and but not me. That probably wouldn't work, but
Maybe it's a 5 out of 5, honestly. It does seem good, though.
I'd give it a
It's
4. I
good for
think you could
dumping
take
your
a
shit. If you want to dump your scales, this is how you dump it, right?
it would be a great way to dump scales.
And you get quickness, fear, and regen. Game over.
Who would you
No?
want to take it on? Quickness, fear, and I guess anybody at
Um,
that point.
Probably a land nation. Probably not these underwater.
I think she goes on land. I think she is a land pretender.
Oh yeah. No, and then like who cares? I mean, Abyssia would be nice, but I don't think they get her.
Some giants. I wonder if the giant nations could take her.
Compromise on 4 out of 5, or
I'd give her a 4.
all right. Here we go. Next up, the father of monsters.
Blesses
Okay,
all friendly animals.
he has Firebrand too. Nice.
So there's a couple of gods that are like this that bless all friendly whatever. There's one for magic creatures. There's one for undead or demons. I don't think there's one for undead. At least I haven't seen it. And there's this one, and there's one on land that blesses all friendly animals. You could summon a lot of animals. You could take this on Oceania as well.
But what's the bless? Because you're gonna bless him, right?
Um, well, fire,
Fire,
water,
water,
death.
death. Oh, Jinx, you owe me a coke, dude.
Fire, water, death. That's not a bad set of paths.
Fire, shield, quickness.
Fire has awe, right?
Yeah, I think you need glam too these days, though.
I mean, flaming weapons is not great. Righteous wrath is fine. Vitriol weapons, I still want to try that. Part of me really hopes vitriol. Like, I think it could be good
Maybe
as
on
the
a
weapon
ton of
blesses
animals.
go.
Just melt that armor with the animal bites. It's very thematic.
Oh, but if you're gonna be blessing a bunch of animals, you'd probably want fire shield, and you'd probably, or death explosion. Is that's on fire, right?
He can't. Yeah, it's on fire. He can go on land.
Death explosion.
The death explosion guy, right here.
That seems kind of awesome. I don't know if it's any good, but it sure does seem fun.
Um, he has got a
Fear,
firebrand.
also,
His
if you put
protection is
fear
18
on,
too for some reason. What the fuck? Nice.
if you
Nice
put
natural
fear and then
protection, bruh.
even casting like swarm and stuff would be really good. But it's only for the army that he's leading as well. So
He also
that does
regens
certainly limit it.
10%.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
You could probably win underwater with this, right? I feel like.
Uh,
I say 3. I say 3. I'm not sure if you could make the animal bless really work for you, but I feel like the chassis is too strong and you could probably take over underwater. If your underwater opponent picks the fucking clam, then you'll be fine.
what if they pick, the whale or
Well, the whale beats your
the
ass, I think, most likely.
living reef,
With
which makes all those sacreds and a starting army?
well, this guy swallows everyone. Not really. Size based. I don't know.
I think the whale would eat him up, but um, I don't know. I'd probably give him a 2. I don't think he's just got some good paths.
He's a
He's an
gun.
expander. I
He's a
don't think his
gun.
abilities do anything. I
At
think he's
least the
just a meat.
crab claws are magical.
I think he's just a titan. Yeah, crab
Next,
claws are,
we
are
have the
sweet.
Lord of the Waves.
So what this guy does is he spends 2 turns site searching and then makes a rock wall for 300 gold. So he makes underwater forts cheap and fast. I played some test games with this guy as Therados. Therados's big drawbacks are that they need temples and they don't have any, or forts and they don't have any money.
Okay,
So,
sure.
you know, It seemed good in that sense. Other than that, I'm not sure that it has a huge place.
Free money is good.
Free money is good,
He
and
has a
I mean,
bodyguard.
he's not a great chassis, but he's not bad, right?
Insulting that his weapon is not magic.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
Very, very insulting. No protection either. Last guy had 18. He's got 10. Sad.
And he's not really got paths to buff, like he's not casting Iron Skin or anything.
Uh, I don't see it really.
I'd give him a 2, and I think on Therados specifically, he could be quite useful.
Yeah, it's a
But
2 or so for me. I mean, you're
aside
just
from
gonna
that,
get
I
your
don't
ass
know.
beat underwater, or I guess if you have no opponents underwater, you get a lot of castles. Still doesn't seem great. Old Man of the Sea.
Mm, Free Labs makes Pearl Mages. Inspiring Researcher. Costs 220. Wow, he's really expensive for that. Is he going to expand for you? Protection 10.
No.
He's got a non magical quarterstaff.
Yeah, I don't believe he will.
So he makes labs. You could take him. He looks like he still makes labs even if he's not there. So you could take him imprisoned and make labs.
I hate it.
But
I hate it.
I don't know why you would. I'd probably give it a 1. I don't see why you would take it.
Research? Rush?
There's surely better options. What about those guys that make mages?
Mm, yeah. Alright, next. Hate it. 1. Prince of the Deeps.
This guy's kind of cool. Temples make sacred water elementals. Eh?
Hmm.
Sacred water elementals. What would you give a water elemental? They have like the armor piercing crush attacks. Really, you'd want to give them some survivability. He's also a quickness bless kind of guy with a water 4 to start, and he makes 3 water gems a turn.
It seems interesting. It seems workable. For sure.
He obviously wants to cast Vengeful Waters. That's like his thing, right?
Yeah. And that's a really good spell to cast.
If you want to climb Thaumaturgy.
I mean, if you want to win. If you take this guy, you do that, I think. For sure.
Yeah,
Seems good. Probably good for land or water.
yeah, seems cool.
Even a minor bless benefits these fuckers.
Again, he's set up to take quickness with
Only
pneumatic paths costing
aquatic, though. Only
60.
aquatic.
Yeah, he's not doing much work on his own. You'd probably take him imprisoned.
4 out of 5 for me. 4 out of 5.
Although his gem gen is nice. He's good underwater.
What's your
I
score?
mean, I would definitely try him. I'd give him a 3 or 4.
Okay. We're not handing out 5s today, or 1s. Demi-Lich. Oh, this might be a 1 for me, though, honestly. Sadly. I don't care
I
about
don't.
the site. I don't care about the Long Dead. I don't care about the Skull Mentor. And I really don't care about the Prophet in a Disciples game.
Well, yeah, in a Disciples game. Who knows what the adventure site is?
It's fine, probably. It's not good. It's not worth nothing.
I've never tested it. We'd have to test it to see, but I'd be real surprised if it was good. Sorry, Demi Lich, you'll have to play vanilla Dominions to be overpowered.
Hit points reduced, too. I don't think 3 is the default. I think it's 5 in vanilla.
Man, that 40% nerf to his hit points is really gonna.
It's a lot. It's a lot for Demi Lich. He needed those hit points. I think it for real is a one. Um,
It's certainly not gonna break anything, even if that site is really nice.
I
I
bet
think
it
you have
makes
more
neutrals attack
interesting
you.
advantage.
That'd be cool if neutrals hit me more. Hurt me, daddy neutral.
Let's move on.
All right. Finished with the threes. Down to the twos. The Ghost King.
Well, I mean, you had have you tested this guy or tried him out? Is that right?
Yeah, I have. He gets his stuff. It works.
The Atlanta soldiers, they're ethereal, right? Because
Yeah.
they're shadows, and they have magic weapons, I assume.
No, maybe.
I think most of the shadow guys have magic weapons. Throne spawns. I don't know. Does he make enough guys to win? He doesn't
It's
have a lot of
not
hit points
very
and he has
many
no
guys.
protection.
It's not very many guys.
His invulnerable is only 10, which is really embarrassing. What is 10 invulnerability? Come on now. Come on.
Yeah,
He's stealthy, which is nice. I do
he's
love a
okay
stealthy god.
probably. I mean, it's like a two to me. I'm sure you can make it work.
I think the other ghost, the actual Ghost King, is probably
We'll get to him. There's one down here too. The architect.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it much.
I'd probably give him a
Kraken.
2 or a 1. Kraken. Oh man, fan favorite. Random magic items. I mean, if it gives you good stuff, then maybe your priests get an extra arm slot. Can't imagine that's useful.
But you got this big boy for the body.
He's large.
He's clumsy.
He's clumsy, but he's ambidextrous 5, so whatever. He's gonna get a lot of attacks. He's got fear. Yeah, I mean he's obviously a fantastic underwater pretender, and he'll go fight your underwater fights. Do you think he would beat the whale
I think he
with
beats the
its
whale, yeah. Four
grab and swallow?
tentacles and a cloud of something mysterious. Poison.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would easily beat the whale. I think it's a
he
5 out of 5 for it's going to win the underwater fight.
he's stealthy. That's interesting, and he has scale walls.
Plus Astral on him, you know?
Yeah, nice paths. Affliction resistance 2. Summons Krakens. Those are okay. Captures ship. I don't know. I'd probably give him a 3. He'd be good in the water fight. If you're doing a water knife fight, I mean, obviously he's good there. I'm not sure that there's got to be something better though.
Sure,
He's
but
just
you're
a
probably
big
doing a
boy.
water knife fight every time you play underwater. Sadly.
Would you rather have him or sacred water elementals, or would you rather have
Mm,
him or
good point.
the whale? I don't know. I
Well,
don't know.
this guy is bugged, so 1 out of 5. Does not make Sacred Crab.
So sad because they would be good. I think they're like large, have a lot of hit points and big attacks, right?
Yeah, he's really fun, for sure. Expands well. Could be a 4 out of 5, but right now, 1 out of 5. Next up,
Because he doesn't work.
doesn't work.
Turtle.
Divine Turtle. Well,
Um, I don't know. Make some stuff. Make some gems once a year. The once a year guys, I don't know that that seems very great. I guess you can put it make sure he gets to a throne every year to activate it, right?
As long as you're not losing.
Yeah. Underwater can call an asp turtle each month. Asp turtles are okay, but is that what you want to spend your god doing? He doesn't really have good paths for
Protection
much.
30.
Yeah. Size 10 trampler, protection 30. He'll crawl around. He'll crawl right on top of you. Turtle warrior is not great. Asp turtle takes your whole turn for one. He could crawl around and get these extra gems and extra mages. It could be okay. I'd give him a two.
Okay. Yeah,
What do you think?
that seems about right. Nothing too special. You could make it pretty scary. A lot of MR2. But
I
yeah, I
mean,
think 2 is about right.
he can expand, and he can get some bonuses when you put him on a throne. But that's really all I see him doing.
The Great Water Lizard.
Starting army, that's always helpful. Of deep ones though.
A lot of crappy shit can be summoned. But the lizard does not trample. It only swallows
Hmm.
and
So just
sieges.
looking at deep ones here, deep ones are a 14 HP, uh, two attacks, attack 10, damage 12 and 14, uh, section 4, defense skill 7. Deep ones are garbage units. They're not even going to be good at expanding. I can't say that this seems very good at all. He has Swallow,
Mages.
protection 20.
2 free mages at start. Can summon mages.
Coastal
It's probably like a
temples.
3 from all the summoning. And it's
So
not horrible.
so just to compare, coastal temples have a candles times 1% chance to summon a mage.
Yes.
So like what? 8%. So they're going to get like one and a tiny bit mage per year.
Yeah.
One mage per year
Sounds
maybe.
bad.
And it's only coastal temples.
Sounds worse.
Compared to that Buddha who was spawning mages 40% of the time at all the temples. Anyways, I don't see it. I wonder what the paths of are the mages of the deep. They're just water mages, right?
I believe so.
Mage of the deep. Water 2 question mark 2. Oh, water 2 elemental 2 and they can be up to water 4. I mean water 4 is pretty good. Water 3 is pretty good.
I think this little boy is okay. Like, maybe it's a 2, maybe it's a 3, maybe it's a 4. Hard to say. I mean, free shit is good.
I think I'd give it a 2 or maybe a 1. I
Okay.
don't like it. It just doesn't make enough stuff. And the deep ones are really not good.
Well, it can go on land and, like, walk around and have fear. So, it still is probably better than the clam. Or the living reef, maybe. Hard to
Ooh, I
say.
think the living roof's really good, right? It gives you recruit anywhere coral guard
Mm, Alright.
and a shitload of
We're falling
gems.
apart. We're falling apart. Next up, Sea Dragon. A bite and a tail sweep. Fear, trample,
22 protection.
shape
Becomes a
changer,
mage.
apparently.
Dragon Master 2 with aquatic. Gonna be summoning a lot of those aquatic dragons.
This seems horrible. This second tag is like, oh, you thought you had an expander, but now, fuck you, stay at the capital, idiot. Or you're not summoning your free commander.
An Asp Turtle Commander is awesome though. It's a size 10 trampler. Nature 1. I mean, that actually seems. It's a size 10 trampler with, like, okay paths that would take your bless, right? It's holy. A size 10 trampling, 90 hit point, holy,
But it's
nature 1,
moving
water
around
2.
for so long at the start. You can't keep it home, surely.
Yeah, and the likelihood is not very high. Well, 10 times candles could be decent.
He can
I don't
sight
know.
search
That
and he may discover gold when you sight search. Maybe. I
just
really hate this one.
put him in your cap sight searching. He'll make you 75 gold on average and some elemental gems. I mean, he makes a lot of elemental gems, I guess. I think he would be a 3. He definitely can expand, right? He's got this 22 protection.
I feel like he feels horrible to use though.
Hail swoops and AoE. He's got Fear 10, Trample.
No, I guess a 3 is fair, but I just feel like I wouldn't want to play the game with him.
I think the Asp Turtle Commander, if it's actually just the Asp Turtle chassis as a commander with those paths, is probably pretty awesome. Also, he's a mage, right? He becomes a mage and he has new magic paths 20.
Yeah?
So you could probably do a cool bless.
Hmm. Okay.
I give him a I want to try it. I'd give it a 2 or a 3. It's interesting, I think.
Moving on without my opinion to the next. The Saltwater Serpent.
Hmm. What do you think?
Free shit. Various amounts of free shit.
I'm gonna load up the path, the thing to look at children of. The Dominion Mod Expector to look at children of Tiamat. What are they? They are.
Oh, they're good.
And he can make one a turn.
I mean, they're not bad.
Berserk plus. I mean, yeah, they're fine. They have regeneration 10 on 36 hit points. Good morale. Protection will go to 19, and they'll have two kind of bad attacks. Uh,
It seems worse than the Sea Dragon. It goes on land though, so.
yeah, I don't know. Chaos power. Fred's chaos.
It does have some kind of interesting properties.
Protection 14 is not very much for somebody you want to go out and he doesn't really have the attacks to expand either, right? He just has one attack.
Yeah, it's awkward. It's awkward.
He's not going to expand for you. So he's probably going to sit there and summon Children of Tiamat because he's not going to research either, right? He's inept researcher 8.
Yes.
I don't I don't see how you would use this guy.
But
You think he would
beasts of the
summon a lot of
sea.
stuff. Are those good?
No, they're not good. Um, yeah, I would call this a 1 for me, maybe 1 to 2.
I think I'd give it a 1 and I would love to see someone prove me wrong.
Next up, Megalodon. Make your underwater into blood.
Why can't you blood hunt underwater? Aren't there
You're not allowed
blood
to.
slave mer people? All right. One blood slave, chance to summon sharks, recruitable, water 2, blood 2, holy 2.
Dows 1.
H2s get blood magic. I mean, H2s get blood magic, so you become a blood nation, although maybe not a great one. Although the blood 2 douse 1 is then actually an excellent blood hunter, right?
I feel like I want to say 5 out of 5 for this, just because the chassis probably looks good for fighting underwater, and the power lets you do blood. So yeah,
Well, protection 20, berserk 5. Ooh. Tail slaps and AoE. He can probably expand, right?
oh yeah,
Berserk 5, fear. Yeah. Um and it turns you into a blood nation, but you can't sight search underwater or blood hunt underwater.
you cannot.
So interesting. I'd give it a 4. Clearly there's a path to make this good, but
I still say 5. I think it's a game changer, maybe plus an expander. But let's see what's next.
you can take it as a disciple too, which is interesting.
The Piscean. Piscean.
Summons fish.
You don't need to look up the fish or large fish in the Dom Inspector, by the way.
The large fish, they have 4 hit points. They're large. Yep. Okay. Under so you may 20%, you may generate some more money.
You may.
He generates some more money. You may get a fish scale armor or an amulet of the fish. One. Next. Bummer. 21
Uh,
protection, 2 paths. Can he expand? Got a tail slap.
does his shit work when he's imprisoned?
No, because he summons them. It's his chassis that summons them.
What about the other money ones? Yeah, his
One of
chassis
them is
doesn't.
probably Dominion, right? The second line is Dominion based, so that should work.
Hmm. I feel like I want to fight for him, but he does have fear. Look at this. He's scary. Fear 5.
I'm gonna give him a big fat 1.
Yeah, I can't disagree. 1. Okay, next.
Like the first ability does nothing. Yeah, all right, let's go next.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, yeah. Next up.
floating mind,
Next up. All
floating
right, you're up.
mind.
Bathroom break for me. We continue recording unabased,
All right,
unperturbed.
so
Give your
floating
thoughts on
mind.
floating mind. Be right back.
Let's see, what's he got? Protection 0, 110 hit points, not regenerating. He's gonna melt real quick. Does have some resistances. I assume that he has astral fetters. Yeah, so this guy will not let other people teleport away. And he has mind slime, which makes it so guys nearby him are slowed. Okay. He's an innate spellcaster and moves around. So why would you ever take the jellyfish when you or the sea star when you could take this guy? He's a good researcher. Um, I don't know that there might be a situation where you could take this guy if you knew what your opponents were doing and you thought that they were going to be teleporting, because you can teleport onto them and they can't escape. Like it counters the plays where you do vortex of returning. It's a mobile innate caster. Mind blast is fine. Flame sting tentacles, AOE, but only one of them. Soul Leech is also it has 2 AOE attacks that do reasonable damage. I think the innate caster thing could be good, but other than that, I mean, he's got Void Sanity as well. You might be able to find a place for him. I'd probably give him a 2. Like I think I can
2.
see how he might get used, but I don't know that he'd be all that good.
But what about the mind slime? Uh,
I
etc.
don't know how good it actually is. Maybe it's better than I think. Possible, difficult to resist. I mean, they're slowed down. It doesn't paralyze them, right? It just slows them. So they still hit you. And it's an AoE 15 around him, so they got to be fairly close.
I feel like he could win underwater. Not sure what he brings that I really want, because still aquatic.
I mean, he's an innate caster that um, can move around. That's his main selling point to me.
It's
The
probably like a
teleportation thing
3
could
to
be
me.
cool.
I feel like you make it work if it's your game for him.
I think he would probably work decently in a regular game, but compared to some of these other Sparks pretenders, I don't think he has a lot going for him. I'd probably give him a 2.
Alright,
You could
there
do
you have
something
it.
with him.
The Earth Snake. Ugh. Already reviewed. Time
Earth
for
Snake's
your review.
back. 10 of 5. Kills your own fort.
You said 5 out of 5?
10 out of 5.
Nice.
Um, I don't know. Great design. Love it. Want to take it just for that. I want to take this guy and the guy that eats thrones
Oh,
and the Dracana that makes terrible dominion spread to everyone else.
okay, okay. That could be good. To note, the Earth Snake does cause hilarious battles to happen when the snake eats a fort when someone rides out on the same turn. Very interesting.
Wait, so what would happen? They'd have one battle, then they'd go back in the fort would disappear, and they'd have another battle
Yep,
if they didn't lose the.
it was not good for them, all in all. That was the Middle Age game.
Didn't he put his guy on his own fort? It was his god was going to his fort.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really
yeah,
not
that,
what you
that
should
didn't go
do here,
well.
honestly. You need this guy
That,
on the enemy fort.
that did not go well.
It could be also a 5 out of 5 if you really put him on the enemy capital really fast. Get this guy to the capital.
Can you just run him to the enemy capital? I mean,
I bet you can.
protection 20, venomous fangs. Too bad he doesn't have an AOE.
He'll be fine if you give him something. Fire shield.
And he doesn't trample.
No.
Fire shield. Yeah, fire
But he
shield.
does siege by himself. 100. You could make it happen as long as you don't lose your fort on the first turn.
It's a
Alright.
very powerful ability, and he casts earthquake. So
Next up, your
the
turn.
worm.
I've done my review, I think.
Uh, 0 out of 5. Go do something fun. It's
Well,
just not worth it.
I think he has a second Fang attack from Vanilla. Oh,
Uh,
5 fear. Sad.
new magic paths 160. So you have no bless, and you have no magic. Good luck. 0 out of 5. Please take him against me.
Okay. I would take him sometime if I had the right nation. But I can't. I think I said 1 out of 5 last time. Alright. The Sage of the Sea. I think this guy might be good.
Gives you a researcher. Triton Sage is 3 times 100%. I mean, that's cool. And because they have guaranteed Astro, they're all going to be communion mages.
I mean, they get every path, so.
Inspiring Researcher 3. Yeah, so if you wanted to do a research for us, this guy is your man. Adept Researcher 20, Inspiring Researcher 3, and makes every path. Uh, hmm. Seems good.
I feel like if you needed like some early power, these mages might come in handy, you know? You're like, oh shit, I'm getting attacked. Well, at least I have this 3 fire guy to do this spell I researched. I don't know.
Well, so is it a 100% chance of 3 in any of these paths, or is it like a normal Sage or Lore Master where they roll 3 times on any randoms?
You'd have to test it out, sir. But I give this one a 3 out of 5.
I
For
think
probably is pretty good for researching. Real
I'd
shame
like
that
to
it's aquatic. Why?
I'd like to give it a 4.
A 4, okay. Fair enough.
Again, these guys are all Astral 1, so they're all communion mages.
I don't think they're all Astral 1. Some
Yeah,
are.
it says
Oh,
it
oh,
says
you're right.
S1.
You're right. They all are. Yeah. Holy shit. That's pretty good, actually.
And he
Mm.
really researches what like in Inspiring Researcher 3.
Well, next
That's good.
Disciples game, we got to get you to just do like research and forge items. Talk about this after the video. Anyways, next up, Lacedemonian Mage with their Leviathan.
Uh, he's got that rod of death. It doesn't do anything.
And no, it's bad.
Makes soulless, and if you control remnants of the death, makes ghosts. 1 out of 3. The Leviathan is got fear. Section 19 tramples. 1 out of
I don't
5.
like it at all. I don't like it at all.
I don't think it's got very much going for it. Master Lich. You just want to move on.
Yeah,
Kind of chill aura. That's you know.
it's bad, I think. It's bad, mostly. Probably, like, yeah, 1 out of 5 or so. It just doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything.
It makes you
Anyways,
soulless.
bye bye. Master Lich. Interesting.
Comes with the Wraith Crown, which is cool.
Has done better than the Demi Lich in transition here.
Immortality 1 month. I mean, that is a really strong ability, no matter what you say.
I'm biased. I've won games with this chassis in vanilla, but I think it's probably still a 3 out of 5 at worst. I think I said before.
Temples spawn long dead, reanimates long dead, cast Fields of Dead. So all those are like pretty nothing type abilities. I mean, Fields of Dead maybe is good, but some extra long dead is not a chance per death scale. I think with this guy, the advantage would be he's an immortality 1 month guy that you can teleport around,
Yeah.
and bone grinding people or whatever. I mean, I would try and make him like Astral 5, Death 7, imprisoned, and then once I get there, I would just teleport him on top of enemy armies and grind him up.
He's still probably okay.
Or maybe you could give him air instead of astral,
The
and
Architect
then
has the Orb of Atlantis here.
oh, we're moving on.
Sorry.
Architect. All right. Yeah, he casts friendly currents, and he makes a small water elemental every turn. He has forge bonus too.
The only reason I like this guy is 3 water, 2 earth is pretty nice.
Paths known are increased by 1. So it doesn't actually affect it for the bless, right? One of those 3 water is from the orb,
Yeah.
and then he has an ability that gives all of his magic paths +1. So for his bless, he's 1/1.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's fine. Magic paths cost 10, right? So 20.
Don't you just lose underwater with this guy?
He's what you would take for a rainbow. That's about all I have to say.
The Kraken comes knocking and you're
And
in
you've got
trouble.
this guy.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
I hope
Enchantress,
you're
you're in even more trouble.
allows you to get mermaids, which are the seduction mages. They're basically, I mean, water 2, nature 2, maybe 3. And then underwater temples spawn a mermage.
Kinda hate it.
Mermages are not, so they have upkeep. They're not great. They're super cheap. Research 9. I mean, I guess you're going to spawn researchers.
Seems like the worst version of the basalt architect.
Gem Gen 2. New Magic Path. I think it might be as good as the Basalt Architect, right? It's going to spawn some mages for you, which is better than anything he does.
I give it a 2.
All right, I'd give it a 2.
Next up, Master of the Deeps. Okay.
Uh, makes your nation an air nation.
It's like a 0 here. No?
I'd probably give it like a. I think it's worse than the mermaid if you're trying to do an imprisoned rainbow or in a rainbow in general.
It's just bad. This is 0
Yeah,
out of 5.
I don't know why I'd pick it. Okay.
Yep, just bad, I think. Grand Hydromancer. Oh, at least you get some free mages.
Starting mages. Yeah, look, so you get two awake, you get researchers, and then you get he starts with the book, so you have to have him
Yeah.
be awake. But Voice of Time, that's obviously fantastic. And he makes water elementals.
I think
I would
this
give him a
might be a
3.
5 out of 5.
You think it's a 5? Gem Gen 3 probably makes water gems.
I think he might win the underwater war from your free water elementals.
You get one a month.
Still,
So
one for free.
during your underwater war, you'd have like 15 free ones.
Plus more gems for you
And they're
from Voice of
permanent.
Tiamat.
Voice of Tiamat's good, yeah. And you can make these W3 guys, and you can summon
Faster rush
W3
to
guys.
Conjuration 5 with starting mages.
Yeah, I would buy it. I think he could probably win the underwater war. Do you think he beat the whale? Or
Depends how he used his water elementals, I think.
we should play a 1v1 water game and see
Alright,
what we can do.
the
I'd
final
be really
standard one
interested.
here Archmage. I love this guy, honestly.
War lobsters.
They're very cool.
They're great. They don't come up in Mod Inspector though.
No, you would need the mod downloaded.
I do. It's loaded.
Try Lobster Hybrid.
Lobster hybrid's there. Is that what it is?
Well, he can turn things into lobster hybrids. He needs lobsters, and that's it, really.
I mean, lobster hybrids are they're decent. They're underwater regeneration 20. That's pretty good. 8 hit points a turn.
He's probably a 2 out of 5. He's not that great, honestly.
He's still got the paths known are increased by 1.
And fast
Um,
casting.
and fast casting that probably isn't going to come into play anytime. He's aquatic and not he can't go on land.
Bit sad, right?
Uh, I don't know. Maybe a 2. Probably not. Maybe a 2.
Alright, so we have finished the base mages here. Moving on to some specialty pretenders here.
Okay. So there's a number of nations that have a variety of special pretenders. Relay is one of them. We could talk about the Giants have some special pretenders, and there's some individual ones that are unique to each to their individual faction. So where do you want to start, my friend?
Right here.
Formless spawn. Oh no, that's protein.
Worth reading all of the descriptions, I think.
So I think the real thing about this guy is that formless spawn, and it says that they're sacred formless spawn. Well, I guess all formless spawn are sacred. Anyways, these guys are strong. They're basically water elementals, blind fighter, but they're basically water elementals, and they're going to be totally fine. They regenerate. They have multiple armor piercing crush attacks.
Have not played yet, but for me, it's a 5 out of 5. Want to play really badly. I think it's probably really good.
Okay.
Just make it teleport, and then we're ready to go.
Do you think you're teleporting him on top of people is the way to go with it?
Oh, yeah. Plus a nation and the formless spawn with a bless of some sort.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Alright. The Palopial Queen.
I tried this one. It makes your spawn that you spawn with the early age relay queens better. They're still not good. They're
Okay.
still not good, which is a shame because I feel like in Sparks in general, the free spawn pretenders are really just the best,
Mm.
and this could almost be one of them, but it's really not great.
Void
Okay,
Lurker here.
Void Lurker +4 Astral, so he's your ethereal plus guy. Magic up to +4.
Probably pretty good, right?
He doesn't move around. He doesn't slave mind and mind blast. He is ethereal himself, and he's only on relay. I don't know that I would pick him. What do you think? What would you do with it?
Probably playable. I feel like you can do some globals. You can teleport it around. You can mine hunt with other people. It might be a bit rough coming up against an expander in an underwater war, but I don't know. I feel like it does fine if you use it well. 3 out of 5.
Can you? Yeah, I would probably give it a. I'd probably give it a 2. Maybe I would give it a 3.
Okay. And next up, we skip all this shit, but down to here, the first spawn. Gibidai are not that useful.
Are they? Don't they have like a mind blast or something? Or
Aquatic,
no?
though, I believe.
Let me look them up really quick. Gibidai, they are. I mean, this one has them be commanders, so and they become Necrodai. I don't know. That seems totally fine. They have a life drain and a mind blast. They have
Hmm.
50 hit points or 20 hit points. I'm sorry, 20 hit points, and they become a Necro die when they die.
You are giving the
No,
YouTubers so much info right now. All 37 of them.
I mean if this guy actually does what he says,
Yeah.
that would It must be pretty good,
I mean,
right?
he's 2 water, 2 astral, 2 glamour. That's nice path spread, we might say. I don't know.
And he summons mages, it says.
Yes.
I think it could be good. We're mentioning that free spawn guys are really nice, and this is free spawning something that seems strong. You're free spawning Olms with Agartha was good.
Mm,
This seems similar.
uh, 3 out of 5, I think. I'm still not sure how it wins the underwater war. Reoccurring point.
Does it just mind blast all of the
Maybe.
opponents
Enslave mind.
into the ground? Well, it has enslaved mind. Theft of life. I wonder what that is.
Alright, and that's all that's special for relay, early age.
Can can you go to middle or late age relay while we're
Yeah, yeah. This is middle. Oh, yeah. Lots of stuff here.
yeah.
Oh, lots of stuff. Alright, this is the final section for the video. It's gone too long already.
All right, let's break through them. Statue of the Outer Gods. Bluscans +4 MR makes things that should not be and things from the void. Thrones make things that should not be. Things that should not be are really strong. They're really good. Um, yeah, it has decent paths. +4 MR is obviously fantastic. Things that should not be are good. I don't know what I'd do with him necessarily, but I think he's probably like a 3.
Okay. Not sure here. Not sure. 3 seems fair. Next up, the Void Crystal. Well, sir.
Thrones within Dominion automatically gain a Crystal Citadel.
Yeah. You like that?
I don't know what it is.
It's a really good fort, I believe.
Aside from being a fort, does it do anything?
I don't think so.
It's not like a site.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, the Crystal Citadel. It is a site. It gives
Oh, yeah?
Earth 1, Glamour 1, and makes allows you to summon Earth 2, Glamour 2 mages.
Well, well.
Earth 2, Glamour 2. I mean, it makes you into a Glamour Nation. Is Relay already Glamour Nation? I don't know. You don't know what they are in Dominion 6.
It's okay. We're just looking at the chassis and evaluating.
I'm
Seems good.
probably not going to teleport it on things. It seems fine. Slave matrices are good. Definitely good to have around. Cast Master and Slave. Enslave Mind Blast. I'd probably give it a 3.
Maybe a 4. Free sight.
Does it make does it make anything that's free? Free sight on but only on thrones.
Next up, I can't really evaluate because I don't know how it grows.
It grows into a thing that is like a super commander basically. And you would put Soul Vortex on it as well, but then it gains insanity. It's interesting. I don't know that it's really great. It's cool. It's definitely cool.
2 out of 5.
Who can say?
Who can say?
Void Lord?
He's not that great, really.
While at the Nexus, he gains magic paths. That would be awesome if only you could get to the Nexus before turn 80. Or, like, 65 or something. I don't think he's that great.
No, seems rough.
And
Can't
then you would
take
have
him
to sit
awake.
him there for like 20 turns to do anything. Maybe not anything, but
Seems very rough. Probably not bad, though. 2 out of 5.
how about the Uttervast?
Mostly the same.
He can teleport and go anywhere. I mean, I think he seems better than the other one just because he's so mobile. He's ethereal, got damage reversal. Like he's got these things. He is got no item slots and is really crunch or soft with a protection of 0 and only
Mm.
100 hit points. So he doesn't want to teleport anywhere on his own, but he is interesting as a
He's a 3 out of 5 to me in this
I
version.
probably a 2 still. He just can't do anything on his own, where he's gonna die to like
And that
absolutely anything.
almost wraps it. Oh, hold on. We got the formless one.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably pretty good. Probably like 4 out of 5.
I think those are all pretty decent, and he blesses all friendly magic. Oh, he gives them only ones that are already sacred get +10 regeneration. Huh,
Yeah,
interesting. He's probably decent. You want to give him a 4? Okay.
maybe 5. He probably expands too.
I don't think he expands with his one crush attack. No. I guess he's got
Tramples.
trample.
Tramples. Not
16
sure.
protection, 100 hit points, regeneration 10.
I bet it's good.
Uh,
Just my
he's gonna
bet.
have a hard time expanding. Maybe underwater. I don't think so though.
Here's the id monster.
What does it do? Oh lord, this is a lot of words, but not really.
Mm.
Invisible, turmoil, bloody rage, berserk 5. Huh. What's going on here? I don't understand.
I think it's 2 out of 5. I don't like what it does.
I think I'd give it a 1. I'm trying to see you could do with it. It's fire, it has fear and berserk 5, but it has 0 protection and no
Yeah.
item slots. All right,
Okay.
let's go to the next one.
There you have it. The void larva. Very cheap. 80 points.
Seems awesome. So this guy makes you have magic 5 every time and always,
Mm.
but it automatically casts blink every round in battle. It is an innate caster 3 though. So,
Hard to say.
I
Does
mean, it's
this
going to
win you a
cast a lot of
war?
spells.
Does it win you your first war?
Probably not. Would guess no. Reinvigoration 4. I think it's awesome. I'd put it right up there with the Earth Snake
Mm.
and the guy that
Okay.
swallows thrones. I like it. I don't know how good it is. I would
3
guess
out
that
of
it's not
5
great.
for being kind.
I would give it a 2 and +1 for being awesome. King in yellow blesses all friendly magic beings, even if not sacred.
Mm.
And you could do this all over the place because he has infinite move. So,
Probably 4 out of 5. Gotta be good.
probably good. I'd probably give him a 3. I definitely think he's usable.
He needs some
unworkable.
armor.
Yeah, he needs gear to go on his own, but he
All
can
right.
teleport around and make sure all your big battles, everything that's magic, being is blessed,
The
which
Void
could be quite
Essence.
useful.
He can make new Void Gates.
I think I don't really know how that works, so you
Mm,
can like use it to summon void monsters, right? And you
yep.
send in your cultists.
Yep. I don't think
Yeah.
I like it. All in all, looks very average. Stealth is cool, but yeah.
So the one of the things here is illithid priests at temples may become void specters. Void specters are the astral 4 guys. They're quite good.
That's true.
Um, I
All
mean, if
right.
you're gonna play Late Age Relay, it might be him. But actually, if you're gonna play Late Age Relay, it would be this last one, the Firstborn of the Star.
Final review here.
Oh, lets
Oh
you
yeah.
recruit Sacred Voidborn illithids with invulnerability 20, magic power, life drain attacks. Hmm.
This is a 5 out of 5 for sure.
Hmm. Those might be kind of good.
Yeah,
And
this
summons them.
this is a 5 out of 5 for sure.
Summons them without having to use his turn, so he can do other things.
And
Yeah, he
Thrones too.
seems really strong.
All right. Well, this concludes the video. Thank you all for listening, and maybe we'll do another one next time. Goodbye.
Bye bye.